took a knife and
my dad's given up on me, even my brother's sister's kind of given up on me.
As we're called the invisible society, if you want to call it.
This is too Western for them, and how they are is too cultured for us. If we didn't have anything like a war-torn country, they would have never left. They love every aspect and idea of home.
The comical joke from Somalis, they call us fish and chips, which I don't know when it came around, but I got called it years back. The shop owner called me fish and chips because he tried to have a conversation with me. And I was looking at everyone's faces lost. And he laughed and said it to my dad, and I asked him later on what it meant. And he was like, oh, you're just a freshie to us, the other way around for what we call them. I grew up here, and I don't have a relationship with my parents. And our friends grew up in the same country as their parents, and they got a wicked relationship. And you're thinking, why can't we be the same like that with our parents? But it's a whole different book, really. Whereas them and their parents, it's just two different chapters in one book.
My dad is literally on the other side of the room. He was like, come, sit with me. I was like, I don't want to. He was like, I can smell alcohol. And he was literally so far away from me. Then he called my mum, she was sleeping, my mum came down. She didn't smell, my mum just dropped to her knees like crying. You literally say anything and to try and hide everything you do. But after I got to 16, 17 is when I thought, you know what, I give up. Like now, my mum, she couldn't care less now, because she's thinking, you know what, I've given up on you. My dad's given up on me, even my brother's sister's kind of given up on me. But I wanted to do what I wanted to do. That's why I had to move out, that's why I had to leave. And when I was staying at my auntie's, my parents are not disappointed because I'm not in the area, causing them shame.
One thing about the Somali community is gossip spreads like wildfire. There's no way anyone from the older generation would be like, yep, you're pregnant outside of wedlock. It would literally be like, so when should we set the abortion for?
I got pregnant before, and then my mum ended up, I didn't know I was pregnant because it was my first time, I didn't know how it would feel. So I'm throwing up. My auntie must have basically told my mum, I think your daughter's pregnant, she speak to her. So my mum said, have you ever had sex? And I was like, what? I've never had sex, how dare you, mum, I'm a virgin, we have to have sex after marriage. She went to the shop, came back home, pushed me in the toilet and brought a pregnancy test out of the bag. So I didn't know what to do, so I started being like, I don't want to do it, you don't trust me. So she said, do it now. But she said, do it in my face. I ended up breaking down saying, I'm pregnant. My mum surprisingly helps me out, but instead of actually talking to me, asking me what I want, she thought she'd done the right thing by making an appointment for me to get an abortion. Obviously she wanted to hide it. It was I felt like I got forced to do it, but at the same time I had to do it because I thought, I can't shame my family, I can't do that, I couldn't do that, I'll break my heart.
He found out, so he felt like he had to avenge his honour. He went after the guy and he obviously took a knife and he stabbed him, but it actually ended up going through his puffer jacket, and that's what protected him. The younger generation will go out there and publicly defend their honour, whereas the older generation will be so ashamed about it. What they would rather do is keep hush and keep quiet about it.
I used to sell drugs, be into gang violence, same way anybody from my culture or someone from my background would grow up. What do you think you have to?
One of them will stab one of them because he robbed his money and he ended up dying. Then there's another one, they ended up shooting him because he stole money or something and he died as well. So I fear for my own boyfriend.
When I woke him and I said to him, oh, Maher died, he was like, what are you talking about? I kept saying to him, but it wouldn't sink in for him, almost like he was having a nervous breakdown. It wasn't like it was 1 or 2 or 5, but it was like 30 to 40 strong gang, and they had hammers, baseball bats, and on top of that he had headphones in, so he'd even hear them coming.
All of us together are kind of outcasts from other people and the government, as we're called the invisible society, if you want to call it. Because we've got a lot of names: terrorists, pirates, a lot of things. We're the newest kind of people to come, and they don't really know what to do, and we don't really know what to do, because we don't really know where we stand as people who were born here, but we're seen as that. Our parents understand more because they know what they're seen as.
I even thought about it the other day, like, there's so much that I wish I could just sit down and tell my parents how sorry I am. Like, I've put them through a lot of pain, so much. I think sometimes Somalians think that they don't have a place or they don't have a say in this country. Like Mo Farah now, where he's famous, people are thinking, oh yeah, like we've got Somali. Like, do you know how Somali people are happy? Because like finally a Somali person is known. Like a Somali guy, he was in the movie Pirates, was it? Yeah, Captain Phillips. He won a BAFTA, so people are like, oh yeah, like who's next? I could be next, you never know. Or a gang member might be next.